So today guys, we're here at Past College of Aeronautics for some sip and spill.
So today guys, we're going to interview some people and ask them about
Frequency bands. So ito.
Hi, so ikaw ang aming lucky winner for today's video.
Ano pangalan mo?
Hi, I'm John Alarde.
Ano pangalan mo, sir?
Ano po? Ashton De Gia.
Ano pangalan mo ulit?
So, I'm Christian Sanchez.
So may mga iba't ibang kami tanong na kailangan mong sagutin sa interview namin.
Okay na ba siya?
Okay lang po.
Wala ka na magagawa.
So unang interview, Pao.
So, ang una kong tanong sa iyo, ilan ang frequency bands or ilang types ang frequency bands?
Ito. So, sa pagkakaalam ko, 7.
7.
Wow! Tama!
Magaling mo.
Okay.
Yan, tama guys.
7. Tama, 7.
Grabe guys, lahat
Wow.
sila na natututo.
Natututo talaga ng makikinig. Next. Pwede ka magbigay ng dalawang example na frequency band?
Low frequency tsaka high frequency.
Wow!
Magbigay ka. Kahit dalawa lang.
Dalawa. Siguro mabibigay ko for now is high frequency and very high frequency.
Pwede ka bang magbigay ng 3 types naman na frequency bands?
Okay, so yung 3. Una is ultra high frequency. So, next is super high frequency. So, last one naman is extremely high frequency.
Wow.
high.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Define mo, define.
Base kay Sir Chan. Shoutout sa'yo, sir!
Ay.
Yung low frequency, yun yung frequency na gumagapang sa surface ng Earth. Tapos meron siyang mahabang distance. Well, yung high frequency naman, hindi siya gumagapang pero madali siyang ma-disturb yung signal niya. Tapos, mas mabilis siya kaysa sa low frequency kaya ginagamit siya sa nautical communications.
Yung bang i-define? Explain.
Okay. So, yung una is high frequency. So, ginagamit siya for long distance radio communication. And dahil dito, it can penetrate the ionosphere and at the same time, it can circulate and travel around the globe. However, may downside sa paggamit ng high frequency band, which is naapektuhan siya ng solar activity and at the same time ng atmospheric conditions. And then yung for the second frequency band naman is yung very high frequency. So yung very high frequency is ginagamit siya for short to medium distances. And same lang din naman. So ginagamit siya for radio broadcasting and since reliable siya for communication sa planet. So yun.
Una is ultra high frequency. So sa ultra high frequency, meron siyang radio frequency ng 300 MHz to 3 GHz. And tanda ko, sabi ni Sir Chan, maganda yung penetration niya through obstacles.
Obstacle.
So even if may building, nakakapass through siya. Pero downside lang daw sa kanya is easily affected siya ng rain and moisture.
Rain and moisture ang pinaka...
Okay.
Oo.
Then,
Ginagamit daw siya sa TV broadcasting, mobile phone, and Wi-Fi. Yan, ganun.
Wi-Fi. Katulad ng mga ginagawa natin.
Oo.
Kailangan ako sa Wi-Fi.
Okay, cut.
Cut.
Basta yun?
So next is super high frequency.
Super high.
Yeah, super high frequency. Meron naman siyang coverage from 3 GHz to 30 GHz. And unlike sa ultra high frequency, ang super high frequency naman is kailangan niya ng clear line of sight. So, di tulad sa ultra high frequency, nakaka-penetrate siya ng maayos. Dito is dapat walang nakaharang. Ginagamit naman yung super high frequency sa wireless networks and satellite communication. Ayun. So yung last one naman is extremely high frequency.
wow.
high.
Extreme.
Extreme. And yung coverage naman niya is 30 GHz to 300 GHz.
Wow.
Similar daw sa super high na kailangan niya ng clear line of sight. So So hindi din pwedeng may nakaharang. Ginagamit daw to sa high-speed communication and
High-speed?
radio astronomy. Sabi
Oh,
na siya.
astronomy.
Astronomy?
Big word, guys.
Sa space?
No?
Wow!
Pero limited daw siya or naapektuhan din daw siya ng environmental factor, sabi niya.
Ay,
Environmental factor.
malala pala yan, guys.
Oh my God.
So ayun na yung tatlong frequencies na band.
So bago kami umalis sa interview nito,
May isa pa kaming question para sa'yo. Ano yung mga insights mo or mga natutunan mo about frequency bands?
I can say it's really fascinating and
fascinating.
exciting, I can say. Kasi,
Exciting.
kasi alam mo yun, naiintindihan mo yung mga bagay na nangyayari sa paligid mo. Like, I-guess mo bakit ganito, bakit ganyan, na humingi na yung signal na ganito mo, bakit nagsistutter yung ganito mo. Kasi dahil dun sa different types of frequency, yung mga weaknesses nila, yung mga strengths nila. So, yeah, masaya. Yeah, sure.
Siguro yung mga insights na natutunan ko is that impressive yung frequency bands kasi na-apply mo siya in such diverse fields. And marami siyang capabilities and advantages. So for instance, yung the higher the frequency band is, mas higher yung data na kaya niyang i-support. Pero it comes with challenges. So, like, kailangan niya ng, syempre, clear line of sight. So, yun, dinadraw niya yung line between technological advancements and capabilities and at the same time, environmental limitations and constraints. Yan lang.
Okay. Nag-stand out sa akin is how integral yung bands na to is sa natin, sa modern life. From something like basic mobile phone texting or calling to something more advanced like satellite and radar. It's just sa akin fascinating lang isipin na itong invisible waves na to is sobrang important pala for people like us in the modern world today. Yun lang for me.
hi guys, we're back. May mic bigla ako kasi baka di nyo marinig sa video. So grabe yun no pa, ang dami natin naintindihan.
Grabe, kahit sa yung mga na-interviews namin, mga natutunan din tayo, di ba?
Nag-aaral na mabuti.
Tama. So, ikaw, ano bang insights mo doon?
Search ko dun, dami akong natutunan. 7 frequency bands pala meron, which is low frequency, high frequency, very high, ultra high, tsaka super high. Grabe, dami.
Grabe din ang impact nun for our, lalo na sa communication. Di ba?
Oo.
Grabe, very useful, lalo na katulad nun. For cellphones, nagagamit natin yon, microwaves, X-ray,
Even radar.
radar, lalo na sa mga medical appliances or medical application.
Applications.
So,
So that's it for today's video. Yun na.
oh,
So
that's for today's video.
for our interview sip and spill. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.